everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Angela Talks Baseball. Today is season 1, episode number 13. If you're watching my video right now, I need you to go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel. Like my video and share my video. Now, in episode number 12, I told you who I thought would win the 15 series, the 15 different games. There was series after series after series. I correctly predicted 11 out of 15. So I am patting myself on the back for getting 11 of them correct. What I didn't know is that St. Louis would go to Philly and beat them in a rubber game. I didn't know that Kansas City would go to Houston and lose. I was counting on you, Kansas City. I did not know that Toronto, who had won 4 games in a row, would let the Tampa Bay Rays come in and win that series. And last, but certainly not least, I didn't know that the Chicago White Sox would go into the Cincinnati Reds and beat them. But let's talk about some good things, okay? The Rangers, they swept the Colorado Rockies. And Minnesota Twins, they swept the Baltimore Orioles. I thought Baltimore would at least win one, but they swept them. I mean, there were a lot of sweeps. What breaks my heart is the New York Yankee game versus the first place Seattle Mariners. Sometimes with the Yankees, it feels like they need to have 15 runs in order to win a game because sometimes the bullpen implodes. And Aaron Judge was up to bat, and you had, I think there was one out, and Oswaldo Cabrera was on third base. I was like, Aaron, just a bloop single. I think the bases were loaded. I was like, Aaron, just a bloop single, just anything, just get something. He flied out. Cabrera ran home. And I thought he was almost outside of the baseline, but he tagged appropriately and he just stood there. I mean, he just laid there. And then the Seattle Mariner trainers came out. And then, the New York Yankees, they came out. And eventually, he had to be carted off into an ambulance. And I was like, oh my God, what is going on? I really thought he had injured his shoulder because he just laid there. But when they got him in on the gurney, they put something on his leg. So I said, a leg injury? Turns out it was an ankle injury. It was very, very sad. It was emotional. And I want to tip my cap to the Seattle Mariners and their organization. I mean, just a classy organization, because at the end of the day, although these men are opponents on the field, they are friends outside, and no one wants to see anyone get hurt. And Oswaldo, he is a utility player. He is one of the few people in the league who has played every single position. So you talking about versatility? He's versatile. He hasn't played, he hasn't been the catcher, but he's played all outfield, all infield positions. He's one of the best players. And when he messes up, he says, my bad to the pitcher. My bad. He owns it. I love this guy. Aaron Judge stayed there until he left. That's what a captain does. I mean, Aaron Judge, you guys know he's my favorite player, but he and Anthony Volpe, they went to go visit Oswaldo, who just had surgery, ankle surgery. He's probably going to be out for the rest of the year, but I tip my cap to him. You're in my prayers, Oswaldo. You, your fiance, your family, your friends, just your teammates, you're just in my prayers, and I hope you can recover and come back before the season ends, because you will be tremendously missed. That's all I have for today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very emotional about Oswaldo because, but new series start. The Mets are coming to the Bronx to play the Yankees. And I've been saying that the Mets cannot win on the road. New York Yankees, do not let me down. I do not want you to allow the Mets to come into the Bronx and you be the first team they win on the road. Please keep them at bay, okay? I love you guys. May God bless you, and may God bless America. And congratulations, all 11 teams that I predicted correctly. I'm just Angela, who talks baseball, because I know some of these things. Talk to you later.